Have you ever felt trapped inside your own mind where every thought is a critic and every feeling drags you down? Imagine waking up tomorrow, free from that stormed your head today. I'm going to show you exactly how to reclaim your mind, your emotions, and your life. Now, let me be brutally honest. Negative thoughts are sneaky. They whisper in the quiet moments, telling you that you're not enough, that you can't, that you'll fail. And feelings, they have a way of making you feel like the world is crashing in. But here's the truth. Most people never tell you you don't have to believe them. You don't have to be a prisoner to your emotions. You can learn to stand, to feel, and to move through them with courage. This journey begins with awareness. Stop running from your mind. Stop trying to suppress emotions like they're your enemy. When you acknowledge them, when you lean in and face the discomfort, you start to take back your power. Your negative thoughts, they're not facts. They're stories your brain is replaying. Your feelings, they're signals, not commands. And your emotions, they're temporary weather in the landscape of your soul. By the end of this, you'll know the tools to dismantle the grip of negativity. You'll discover how to transform fear into fuel, doubt into clarity, and sadness into a deep, liberating understanding of yourself. So, are you ready to confront the shadows in your mind and rise above them? Let's dive in. The first step in overcoming the storm inside your mind is to name it. Sounds simple, right? But most people never do it. They let thoughts swirl unquestioned, like a toxic fog, clouding every decision, every feeling, every moment of their life. When you learn to identify your negative thoughts, something powerful happens. You take back control. Ask yourself, what exactly am I in right now? What story is my mind telling me? Is it the story that you're not good enough, that you'll fail again? That life is unfair? When you say it out loud, you give it a shape. You shine a spotlight on it. And once it's visible, you can start questioning it. Here's a truth most people resist. Thoughts are not commands. Just because your mind says, I'm worthless, doesn't mean it's true. Thoughts are like clouds. They drift. Some are dark, heavy, frightening, but they always pass if you don't grab onto them. Journaling, speaking them aloud, or even recording your thoughts can be transformative. It's the difference between living inside the chaos and standing outside, observing it. You start to see patterns, triggers, and the lies your brain repeats like a broken record. When you identify these negative thoughts, you empower yourself. You stop being the victim and become the observer. And that, my friends, is the first step to freedom. Awareness is the spark. Once you see the storm, you can learn to navigate it rather than drown in it. Thoughts are powerful, but feelings are the gasoline. Fear, sadness, anger, they can feel like tidal waves threatening to sweep you under. The trick is not to fight them, not to push them away, and certainly not to let them define you. You must feel them fully, without being consumed. Here's the hard truth. Most of us are trained to avoid discomfort. We distract ourselves with scrolling, busy work, or meaningless chatter to escape what's bubbling inside. But avoidance doesn't heal, it amplifies. Suppressed emotions become monsters lurking in the shadows, controlling your decisions in ways you don't even recognize. So, how do you tame the feelings first? Name them. Say, I am feeling fear, I am feeling sadness, I am feeling anger. Acknowledge them without judgment. Then breathe into them. Slow, deep breaths signal to your body that it is safe to experience emotion, and your mind starts to calm. Next, question the story behind the feeling. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What triggered it? You start to separate you from the emotion. You realize that feelings are signals, not verdicts. They are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. The power comes when you allow yourself to feel fully without acting impulsively. Anger doesn't have to lead to aggression. Fear doesn't have to lead to paralysis. Sadness doesn't have to lead to despair. You can experience them, learn from them, and let them pass. Stronger, clearer, more resilient than before. Negative thoughts and feelings are contagious, but not to the outside world. They infect you. One small worry can snowball into hours of anxiety. One fleeting fear can turn into days of self-doubt. But here's the truth most people overlook. You can interrupt the spiral before it takes over. You just need the right tools. The first tool is awareness. Catch the thought the moment it appears. That instant when your mind says, I can't do this, or I'm not enough, pause, don't feed it. Don't argue with it. Just notice it. This small act, the act of witnessing, gives you the power to respond instead of react. Next, challenge it. Ask, is this true? Do I have evidence for this thought? Or is my mind playing tricks? Most negativity is a lie dressed as truth. It's your brain trying to protect you from imagined failure. But in reality, it's sabotaging your courage. Finally, replace it. Introduce a thought that is grounded in reality, in possibility, in self-compassion. For example, I've faced hard things before. I can handle this. Or, this thought is not a prophecy. It's just a visitor passing through. Interrupting the spiral isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about refusing to be hijacked by your mind. It's about reclaiming your focus and your power before negativity dictates your day, your emotions, or your life. If negative thoughts are the weeds in your mental garden, gratitude and self-compassion are the sunlight and water that make positivity grow. The key to overcoming negativity isn't just fighting what's bad, it's planning what's good. Start with gratitude. Every day, consciously notice 3 things you are thankful for. They can be as small as a hot cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or the fact that you woke up this morning. Gratitude rewires your brain. It shifts focus from what's wrong to what's working, from scarcity to abundance. It reminds your mind, life is not just struggle. It's filled with moments of beauty, however fleeting. Next, practice self-compassion. Negative thoughts often thrive because we are cruel to ourselves. When you fail, do you berate yourself? When you stumble, do you dwell on your flaws? Stop. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love, kindly, patiently, and with understanding. Say, it's okay. I'm human, I will try again. Over time, these practices become a mental fortress. Gratitude softens the harshness of negativity, and self-compassion prevents it from tearing you down. You're not denying reality, you're simply giving your mind a better lens, one that sees hope, resilience, and possibility. Remember, you cannot eliminate every negative thought, but you can weaken their grip. By consistently feeding your mind with kindness and gratitude, negativity loses its power and you regain your emotional freedom. Thoughts and feelings are powerful, but they are not reality. They are energy waiting to move. The fastest way to stop being trapped by negativity is to act. Movement, physical, mental, emotional, breaks the chains that fear, doubt, and sadness try to lock around you. Start small. Even a 5-minute walk can shift your brain chemistry, release tension, and clear mental fog. Stretch, dance, or breathe deeply. Action signals to your mind, you are not powerless. You are alive. You are capable. The body and mind are inseparable. Move the body and the mind begins to follow. Next, take purposeful steps in your life. Are there tasks you've been avoiding because of fear or self-doubt? Start with one. Complete it. That tiny victory builds momentum. Negativity feeds on inaction. When you act, you starve it. You show yourself proof that you can handle what you feared. Another crucial point, emotional action matters too. Speak your truth. Express your feelings to someone you trust. Create art, write, or engage in something that channels your inner world into expression. Suppression strengthens negativity. Expression dissolves it. Remember, action does not have to be monumental to be transformative. Consistent, deliberate steps dismantle the illusion of helplessness. You regain your power one choice at a time. The mind that felt trapped begins to feel capable. The heart that felt heavy begins to feel lighter. Negativity thrives in the past and the future. Regret, shame, worry, and fear are all rooted in time that doesn't exist right now. The antidote: presence. Mindfulness is your lifeline. It pulls you out of spiraling thoughts and anchors you in this moment where power, choice, and clarity reside. Start with simple awareness. Notice your breath. Feel your body. Listen to the sounds around you. Don't judge what arises, just observe. Thoughts will come, feelings will surge, but you are no longer swept away by them. You are the witness, not the victim. Mindfulness also teaches curiosity. Ask yourself, why is this thought here? What does this feeling want me to notice? Instead of resisting, you explore. You transform chaos into insight. Negative emotions lose their terror when approached with attention and understanding. They become teachers, not tyrants. Another powerful practice is grounding. Press your feet into the floor. Feel your body against the chair. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear. It pulls your mind back from the storm of negativity and reminds you, I am here, I am safe, I am present. Consistency is key. Even 5 minutes a day rewires your brain. Over time, mindfulness becomes a shield. You start to respond to thoughts and emotions with choice, not reaction. You stop fighting the storm and instead learn to navigate it with calm, clarity, and courage. Here's a truth most people never fully embrace. Negativity is not your enemy, it's a signpost. Every fear, doubt, or critical thought is a signal pointing to something that needs attention, understanding, or change. The secret is reframing, transforming what feels like a trap into an opportunity for growth. When a thought says, I can't do this, reframe it. This is hard, but I can learn and adapt. When emotions whisper, I'm weak, remind yourself, feeling this shows I care deeply, and that strength comes through courage, not perfection. Reframing doesn't deny reality. It shifts your interpretation, giving you power over your mind instead of letting your mind control you. It's also about seeing setbacks as teachers. Every mistake, every painful emotion, every failure carries insight. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? How can I use this to grow? Suddenly, negativity becomes a guide rather than a tormentor. Language matters. The words you speak to yourself shape your reality. Replace blame with curiosity, despair with challenge, judgment with understanding. Your mind is like clay. It molds to the words, thoughts, and meanings you give it. Reframing is not a one-time trick. It's a practice, a habit of courage and creativity. Over time, the brain that once defaulted to despair learns to default to possibility. Negative thoughts lose their sting, and you find yourself stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Overcoming negativity isn't about living a perfect, pain-free life. It's about becoming resilient. Resilience is the muscle that allows you to bend without breaking, to face fear without running, and to experience sadness without surrendering. It's the armor that lets you meet life's storms with courage instead of despair. Start by embracing discomfort. Every challenge, every negative thought, every painful feeling is an opportunity to grow stronger. Instead of avoiding what's hard, lean into it. Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I respond instead of react? Each small act of courage reinforces your inner strength. Next, practice perspective. Life is rarely as catastrophic as the mind makes it out to be. Zoom out. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? Most negative thoughts lose their power when seen in context. You realize that you have survived worse, and you will survive this too. Create support systems. Resilience isn't built in isolation. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, challenge you, and remind you of your worth. Connection fuels courage. Compassion from others reminds you to extend the same kindness to yourself. Finally, remember the power of reflection. Journal, meditate, or simply sit with your thoughts. Celebrate victories, however small, and notice how far you've come. The resilient mind is not one that avoids negativity. It's one that acknowledges it, learns from it, and continues moving forward with determination. Here's the final truth: negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions do not define you. They are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. You have the power to observe them, challenge them, and transform them. You have the tools to reclaim your mind, steady your emotions, and choose how you respond to life's storms. Remember the steps we've covered. Name your thoughts, feel your emotions without being consumed, interrupt spirals, practice gratitude and self-compassion. Take deliberate action, anchor yourself in the present, reframe challenges into growth, and build resilience. Each step alone matters, but together they form a path to freedom, a blueprint for emotional mastery. This is not about perfection. It's about courage. courage to face your mind, to lean into discomfort, to feel deeply and to rise despite fear. Every time you take a mindful breath instead of reacting impulsively, every time you replace a negative thought with one of possibility, every time you act even when afraid, you are reclaiming your life. So let today be the day you stop surrendering to negativity. Let today be the day you step into your power, your clarity, and your freedom. Your thoughts are not your enemy. They are your opportunity. Your feelings are not your weakness. They are your guide. Your emotions are not chains. They are wings. Rise. Choose courage. Own your mind. Transtorm may come, but it will no longer define you. You are stronger. You are capable. You are free.